Hi, crafty friends. You guys, when I was thrifting a while back, I picked up this glass globe. You can get them for super cheap. And I loved the little skirt part at the end because I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. So I'm using some chalk paint and I'm going to paint the outside and the inside of it. If I had chalk spray paint, I would have totally used that, but I did not. So chalk paint it is. Now I like that this one has those like little ribbing, like the lines on it, because once we get this all painted, I'm gonna do a couple coats of it. We are going to distress it just a little bit. And it's perfect for those little ribbings in there because then the sandpaper will just get those raised edges to it. So when I was doing this little bottom part down here, I was like, you know what, I should probably switch to a smaller paintbrush. It would probably be a lot easier. And after I fought with it for a while, I was like, all right, it's time to switch to a smaller paintbrush. But anyways, like I said, I did a couple of coats on this. I ended up pouring the paint into that little dish. It was much easier that way. Rather than trying to fix or fit that big old paintbrush into the bottle there of the paint. But I was like, you know what? We could do a lot of different colors. Even if you got globes that didn't match, that would be super fun too. You could even do like a really, that frosted spray paint or frosted spray over the top of these and then put like a light in the bottom of it. You know, if you were doing something like outdoors or even indoors, that would be a lot of fun as well. So here's the smaller paintbrush and man alive, that saved me a lot of time. So once everything's all dry, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start sanding. I kind of was lightly sanding at first because I didn't want to take off too much of the paint, but I just kind of messed with it until I got it the way that I wanted it to be. And I kind of went around the edges of that little skirting as well. But what a fun way to recycle something that probably is not a style as much anymore with those globes, but I just thought this would be perfect. So what I'm going to do is once I get it all sanded up, I'm just going to put a little faux plant in it. And what a cool idea for a little planter. Remember, when you're sanding, a little at the first is much better because then you can always add to it. But once it's sanded away, you can't take it back. So that's why I always say, just sand a little at a time with a little bit of pressure, and then that way you don't go too much and then you're like, oh darn, that's not how I wanted that to look. So that's why I'm just slowly taking my time here. But I just think, look how this turned out. I just think it's adorable. I love that we recycled this. All right, friends, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to follow the page for more.